Hello everybody, it's Andrew from Time+Tide. I'm making this video simply because we've hit a milestone at Time+Tide. We have had our first video reach 1 million views, and it is none other than the man, the gladiator, the myth, Russell Crowe. Now Russell, a couple of years ago, went through a painful divorce, and as part of that process, he did something that all watch lovers dread and fear with all of their lives, all of their hearts. He had to sell most of his watches. And through that process, we were given access to Russell. He spoke to us on the phone about the watches that he was letting go, and we made a really long and I think quite beautiful video. I was going to say movie. It's almost a movie length video. It's that long. And in the spirit of the Joe Rogan Experience, who cuts his long podcast into short little experiences, I wanted to revisit this kind of groundbreaking video for us and pick out my 5 favorite watches from his collection, which I'm going to do right now.
Lot 203, now that's a Yacht-Master, Rolex Yacht-Master. I wore that quite a lot in 2003, 2004 probably. I bought it after the shoot of Master and Commander, so that means I probably bought it in 2002, but then I ended up dating it 2003 because that's when the movie would have come out. It's actually engraved on the back. I've got some watches that are engraved specifically with the movie that I was doing when I bought the watch, and that one has got block engraving on the back, says Master and Commander 2003. Lot 213. I was going to the premiere of a movie called The Man with the Iron Fists, which was directed by RZA, and we shot it in China. And the premiere was in New York City. It was around the time I was shooting, still shooting Noah. And we were doing the Long Island section of that shoot, so I was living in New York. And it was about a week before Hurricane Sandy. But I thought to celebrate that particular opening night, I should really bling it up, and that was the watch I bought for the evening. So lot 206, I was in Rome, and I went shopping with my wife-to-be, I think. Ended up going into Cartier. I can't remember what I bought, a pair of earrings or something like that, you know. And I think part of the ploy is to make you think, oh, maybe I should get something else while I'm here, which on this particular occasion, it worked in their favor. It just sat very nicely on my wrist, so I bought it. But the funny part about that watch is I came out of the store, the entire street was just blocked with people. So there was all these policemen around and everything, and I just went up to the first one that was there, and I was like, oh man, you know, you speak any English or whatever, what's going on, you know? And in very sort of broken English, he said to me, you, Mr. Gladiator, you are going on. So I was like, oh, really? So I sort of like put my hand up and waved, and all the street went crazy and stuff. It was like, oh, okay. Anyway, so lot 199, it's a funny thing about that particular Panerai, because that's my first. I started seeing Panerais, had no experience with them whatsoever until the set of Gladiator. And there was 2 guys on that set, Sven, who played the guy I fought in the Tiger fight, and also Ralph Mueller. They both had gigantic Panerais, you know. And I didn't quite think they were for me, but I did start seeking them out when I was in airports. It's funny because I associate this watch completely with Gladiator, probably because I first saw them on the set of Gladiator, but also I would have bought this watch just around the time that I was nominated. And so therefore that would have followed on with a bunch of responsibilities to do with that through that period of time. So I was probably wearing this leading up to the Academy Awards, etc. So in 2004, I formed a company with another fellow called Peter Holmes at Court. I'm going to talk about lot 207 now. And that company would go on to be the company that purchased the South Sydney Rugby Leagues Club, and then, of course, took South Sydney to a premiership first time in 43 years in 2014. Anyway, so, I ended up buying Peter a watch to celebrate the fact that we'd formed the company, and while I was in the middle of that purchase, the guy that I was buying that particular watch off said, I've got this really cool gold Rolex Daytona, and it was kind of like one of those watches that I'd always thought I'd get, but I'd never had until that point. Anyway, so I ended up buying it, and that one again is engraved on the back, Black Hawk PRT RC FAC, October 1st, 2004. And that is, as I said, to celebrate the beginning of the company that went on to buy South Sydney.
There you have it. I had to pick 5 out of a big set, but that was easy. They're definitely my favorites. And I kind of regret not throwing down on a few of them given the prices, but you know, hindsight is 2020. Now, before I say goodbye, I'd like to give an impassioned plea. If there are any other celebrities out there considering getting divorced and selling your watches, we're here to help. You know where to get me. See you next time.